Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw a Ceratosaurus Dinosaur. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick big sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, Ceratosaurus or Ceratosaurus. I don't know how to say it. I've said it many a times. I am not a speaker. I am a drawer. So let's just do what I know. Drawer. Get it? Roar. Draw. Yeah, never mind. These are my dad jokes. I got dad jokes. Alright, so this is another that it looks like a Tyrannosaurus to me, but you know, I don't know much, so I'm going to try to make it work. I know he does have these cool little like vent bat wing things on his head, so I'm going to do something like that. But again, like I've said before, all I have to go by are the bones. So I kind of place it on the bones, follow the shapes, and then build off of that. So, you know, hopefully I can make something that's you know, scary enough, or not scary enough, awesome enough that you want to draw it and not yell at me for not getting it right. Please don't yell at me. Okay, so ooh, there you go. I just did some kind of weird thing. Let's do that. Let's do some weird little flibbly blits hanging off of it, like almost like a lizard, you know, some kind of scaly something. I don't know. Who knows, right? Okay, so let's do them kind of coming at you. And give them a tail. The hard part is, like I said, I've only got sketches, or not sketches. I only have bones. So I don't have any dinosaur in this pose or anything, you know. I just have to kind of guess at it. Ooh, no, let's do this. Hang on. I just thought of a better hand pose where he's kind of like, almost like, here you go. This is almost like facing you, like coming at you, almost like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna go for. It's gonna be a little challenging, a little different, because like when we normally do hands in a different position, it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look odd. But you know, we got to draw different. We can't always be a profile. It can't always be, you know, the perfect angle. So we got to try different stuff every now and then. What's funny is, I think I told this story before. I'll tell it again now. One time I was like applying for comic book stuff, and so I took a test, and I said, okay, here's the scene, and so they described it, and this is what made me laugh. They described it and said, an alleyway, an alley scene at night, no full moon. There can't always be a full moon, so try something different. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, wait a minute. You can't get all technical on me and say, well, not every night in a comic book movie can be a full moon night. Why not? This is a comic book. You're doing whatever you want. And you know what? I'm drawing a ghost. It's a ghost character, so you're trying to tell me that you're going for realism with a ghost character? Come on. Needless to say, I didn't get the job, but it just kind of made me laugh. So like when I say now, it's like we can't always draw, you know, the perfect side view and whatnot. I mean, You can, absolutely you can. But if you want to get better, if you want to mix it up and try different stuff, you can't always be just a perfect profile shot, you know? So that's why I'm trying to give you different hand shapes and stuff like that, just to try, you know, something different. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. There we go. That made me happy. And I'm ready to switch over. So let me erase some of these lines, and then we'll welcome everybody that skipped. And basically what I'm doing is I'm erasing the sketch lines. So as I got more confident with my positioning, I pressed harder and the lines got darker because I was more confident. The first few lines are my sketch lines because I wasn't confident. I was just throwing lines down, just trying to get to the right place. Because I'm lightly pushing with this eraser, those confidence lines, they disappear. It takes a lot more pressure to erase the confidence lines. Wait, what was I saying? Backwards. The sketch lines disappear. The confidence lines need more pressure, and so since I'm not pressing that much, the confidence stays, and that's how you want you to live your life. Follow your confidence. Get rid of your sketchiness. Alright. Okay. This looks pretty good. I say we welcome... Oh, my paper's coming up. Look at that. Look at that. I'm getting all crazy with the eraser. Okay. Let me retape this down. Alright, there we go. Good. Stay. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of it, but left myself a ghost of an image that I can use to follow and guide myself with the Sharpies. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the big Sharpie and then use the Sharpie pen for some smaller details. So I've sketched him in a way that he's going this way. He's kind of charging with his mouth open. And let's go ahead and just start with the nose into the mouth, and that'll kind of define everything, okay? So I'm just going to kind of do something like this. This is lip to his mouth like that. I'm going to come down here like this. And there's going to be the opening. Now, I'm going to do a little nostril like that so you can see where we are. And I'll do the bottom jaw, and then I'll come back and do the teeth. I'm just trying to give you a positioning of where we are in Dino Valley. Alright, so see how I did some crazy stuff like that? I was talking about this during the sketch. We're going to try some crazy things. We're just going to go crazy with the dino detail because, you know, nobody could tell us we're wrong unless you are a paleontologist and say, no, that's not right, don't do that. Okay, alright, I hear you. But, you know, for right now, we are the designers, we are the artists, we get to do whatever we want. So I'm going to add some crazy stuff and just kind of mix it up and make him old dino-tastic. Alright, so there's the mouth. Now I'm going to do the top of the head, but it's got like those little horn things. Like there's some, I'm looking at bones, and so they've got some little bumps and like almost like these nostril horns that I'm going to be drawing. So I'm going to draw one like this. Come down here and come like that. There's the center of the head. This one is going to be over here like this, like that. Okay, and there's the top of the head coming down. And I was talking about this too, that let's add just some extra, you know, almost like scales, like weird little whatevers, because this is ours. We get to do whatever we want. Okay. And see, and his neck is going to be kind of something like this. And that just kind of give you an idea of where we are. Okay, so that's kind of the whole head shape. I'm going to give him an eye like this. And I'm going to come back with the small Sharpie and add some extra little digits. We'll go ahead and give him an eye socket or a pupil like this. I'm going to give him some dino scale type chunkiness, you know, just a little something like that. And we'll go ahead and I'll draw like some of the features. Like the bones are all I really have to go by. So the bones kind of guide me with there's holes here, holes there, and you know, they could be exaggerated or placed in here. And so that's all I have to go by. So that's what I'm just going to play around with. That's the shape that we have to guide us in the design. So see, I'm just adding just extra stuff like that because I don't know. I have no idea. It's just something to do and to make it dino-tastic and dino-rific, right? There we go. A little bit of something. All right. So let's give him some teeth. Some big old toofes. And we're just going to hide them underneath the lips. We don't have to worry about if you can see gums or anything like that. We're not going to be graded on this. No one's going to take this and build an actual dinosaur. And so we have to be 100% right. It's just fun. It's just having fun. All right. So here's the thing. So when you draw like this, obviously there's another row behind it, but you can't quite see it all. So I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. I'm just going to do the top row like that. And, you know, whatever's in the back, oh well, can't see it. I'll kind of do the same thing here, but I'll exaggerate the back with just a jagged line like that. Watch this. Draw the front teeth. And so here you can see the gums. You can see the top view, but here the lips over the teeth. Here is back behind or underneath because of the angle that we have it turned. So we can kind of get away with drawing a little bit more of the gums and stuff like that. So for the back of the teeth, let's just do this. Okay, and we'll say there's a tongue, kind of like this. And there you go. Let's add a little extra detail right here. A little extra tongue detail. Let's say that the bottom of the mouth is in there like that. Color will really make that stand out. All right, so let's see. Ooh, I just drew a big old line on my hand. All right, so let's draw his back, and then we're going to come back this way. That'll kind of give us a placement of his body. See, I'm following my guide, but I'm also just kind of playing around with what I was talking about, the old bumps and what did I call it before? Awesomeness. I can't remember. This Sharpie is dying. It's the last time, Sharpie. I just need you to make it this one trip, and then I'll retire you. Okay, so color's gonna do a lot of it, but I just want to play around with, you know, the stuff we're just doing here. Just some craziness. And you do what you want. Remember, you don't have to do exactly like I'm doing, because this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. But you know, you do what you want. I'm more than happy to help guide you and get you there, but don't feel like you got to draw every single line. Like, oh, I got to draw that one there. I got to do that there. Do what you want. You see where I'm going with this. You just kind of have some fun with it, okay? Alright, so let's draw his hands. Now I got this one out, and this one's kind of pointed at you. So here is his bicep to his arm here, forearm to his wrist, and I'm going to draw something like that. Here's the thumb. His other finger is in there like this. There's the hand, okay? Let's see, this one can go back. And then I've got this hand pretty much doing the same thing, but almost pointed right at you. So we're going to draw the bicep right there, or the shoulder to the bicep, and then that's going to come down here and do one of these. And see how it's more pointed at you, so it's a little bit more squattier. It's foreshortened, basically. Instead of long, you're shortening it up like that. Alright, so here's his wrist to the elbow, like that. And this hand, we're going to do something like this. then there's the, like, the little thumb part on the inside. So see, it's more looking right at you is what it is. Okay, and again, let me add a little extra fun, a little extra detail. Now, what I was talking about in the sketch too is the downside is all we have to go by are the bones, so who knows if I'm right. You know who knows? The paleontologists, the experts. But, you know, they're not here. Who's gonna stop me now? Nobody. Alright. Okay, there we go. Just a little extra fun, just a little bit of musculature, just to give it some creativity. All right, so we're gonna say this is going down here, coming through here, and we're gonna say this leg is like this. There's his knee. There's his big old haunches, like that. That means I can continue this down now that I have a stopping point. Same thing over here. Continue it now that I know where it stops. And I'm going to draw just a big old honking leg over this way. Just kind of holding his big old chonkiness up. Hey, that's my chonk. Don't be making fun of my chonk. I can't control it. I got an eating problem. I like to eat. Okay, my name is Chonk, but that don't mean you gotta make fun of me. Okay, anyway, sorry, I just like to have some fun. Entertain myself, so to speak. It's alright, but my name is Chonk. My real name is Charles, but people call me Chonk because it kind of sounds like Charles. Alright, there we go, a little bit of extra dino tail. I mean, I was trying to say like detail, but it didn't quite come out. Okay, there we go. Clean some of that up a little bit. Alright. Okay, so let's do the other leg, and it's just like this one is more at you, this one's to the side, just like this arm. So I'm going to come down here, draw his knee, there's the back of his leg, back of his haunches. Something like that. There's the front. There's this little back toe. This front one. There we go. A little flat like that. A little exaggerated. Let me add. You are done, my friend. I'm retiring you. Let me just add a little bit of extra detail here. And remember, you don't have to do all these lines, but you know, it's okay to, you know, play around with it. Just have fun with it. That's really what it's all about, you know. Because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of adding some extra features. Just to kind of make it come alive, you know? Just give him some skin, some flesh. There we go. Boom! Okay, so there, I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is a Ceratosaurus Dinosaur. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.